What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Matthew Shack, live here in Los Angeles. Chilling, man. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. What's goody, bro? What's goody, man? Hope everything's good with you guys out here, man. Let's get to it. First things first, man. Salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Salute to the Unfiltered fam. Salute to the goons in the chat. Salute to all the moderators, man, that's out there, man. Okay, just run the likes up for your boy, man. Keep the likes at 50% of the audience. Last but not least, homies, always take care of your boy, man. Tip your bartender, man. What's good? It's time for me to do something here that I have been waiting to do for the past 2 weeks. And that is finally, bro, your boy Shaq gets to blaze one for the nation. I finally get to blaze one for the nation because I'm feeling better. Okay, but some person who's in this trial right now by the name of Sean Diddy Combs, he shouldn't be feeling better, bro. Okay, he really shouldn't. All right, because it's not looking good, and I'm here to ask some questions. Okay, so let me get this prepped first and foremost, man. Hope everything's good with you guys out there, man. So, just to let you guys know, man, just to let you guys know, dog, it just seems like the government is finally getting with this case to where they need to be, man. They're finally getting to the place where they need to be. And unfortunately for Mr. Combs, hey, man, there's a lot of people that aren't going to be getting in trouble for what they did. And it just seems like it's just going to be a lot of in trouble for what is going on with him. All right. So, with all that being said, you guys, he has been now has it has been said in court that he is that he bribed some of the security at the hotel. Yeah. For $100,000, man. And let me see something here, man. What's going on with the messages here? Okay, top messages. All right, see what's going on here, man. Moderation. Chat is on. Subscriber mode is on. Just make sure everything is good, man. I don't see any guys on here. Finally, I see somebody. That he got. He paid these securities $100 grand to kill the video of him kicking Cassie like she was a whole football out there, bro. And here's the thing, man. Would you have taken the money if it was you? If you were working in security and you were on that staff, man, and you were making $10.50 an hour, which is what they were making, somewhere around there, and you had a chance to go ahead and bury some information that you thought was never going to get out, and Diddy offered you 100 bands, you and your supervisor, because it took the supervisor to get in on it because they needed to have access to the video footage, and the other homie, and you guys were able to split up 100 grand. Now understand that 100 grand wasn't split evenly. That 100 grand was split. The security officer who got called up there, his name is Eddie Garcia. He was 24 years old at the time here in LA at the Intercontinental Hotel, which is a hotel that all the presidents stay at when they're here. One of the hotels they stay at. And you had a chance to get $100,000 bag, excuse me. Would you take the money? Damn all the testimony and all that other shit. Would you take Diddy's offer and take the $100,000? Now, before you answer that question, let me tell you how it went down. I'm not getting all into the semantics of it because I really don't care about all that. What I care about is to figure out whether or not Eddie Garcia, his supervisor, and his coworker made the right decision to get the bag. All right, that's all I'm talking about, man. This is a should he have done it or not, and then I'm gonna give you my synopsis. Okay, so before I get to that, I need for you guys to tell me, put a 1 in the chat if you would have did it. for 100 grand, and put a 2 in the chat if you wouldn't have did it. All right. So here's how it went down. You've seen the video footage. Diddy's kicking Cassie up and down the hallways of the hotel. Of course, there's other guests there. They call security. Security comes up. They accost the situation. Diddy, tries to, make it cool. Tries to talk him out of it. Cassie leaves and all of that. Now he's trying to get the footage of the video. Okay. That night, Diddy tried to give him some money, and he was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We're just going to go ahead and file this, that, and the other. I understand that. Later on, according to his testimony, he received a phone call from one of Diddy's employees, okay, who is, her name is Coran or something like that. She is one of the main of his assistants or whatever. Got a phone call from a New York number. He answered the phone. Obviously, he knew some kind of way. I wish they would have asked that line of questioning. How did they get in contact with you? I mean, did they call you at work? I mean, how did they know where you was working at? How did they know all of that? Okay. So there had to be some kind of exchange of numbers or information or whatever. She called. She tried to do business with him. Said, hey, we want to get the footage. Puffy was very hot, very drunk, and he doesn't remember what happened. We'd like to try to get the footage. What can we do? And he said, hey, I can't get the footage because it's on the server. I don't have access to it. Blase. So he went to his supervisor and told his supervisor what was up, because the supervisor was the one that had access to the server. And he said, hey man, you give me 50,000, we could do it. So so he had to go to his boss, and his boss said he gave his number. His boss like 50 for me. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but I ain't doing shit unless I got 50 bands. Okay, so they do the 50. He goes back and tells him, hey man, if he's gonna do 50, we need to get 52. All right. So according to them, they all, they met up, gave the dude, said that he went back to the same hotel or something. They met somewhere, and Diddy had a money counter, counted off 100 bands in a money counter, man, put it in a paper bag, made him sign NDAs stating that if this ever comes out, you're going to get sued for $1 million, which is standard fare here in LA, signing a NDA, doing all of that. Then he gets 50 to his boss. He keeps 30 for himself, and he gives 20 to the homie. All right. So the dude who did all of that only got 30 bands. The dude who didn't have anything to do with it, who was in charge of the video, got 50, and the homie who was just running point, he got 20. Okay. So all of that, bro, 10 years ago, when was it, 2011 or something like that, 14, 15 years later, you're in federal court, you're subpoenaed. They have to give you a, clemency on your whole situation, man. Anything you say, you can't be prosecuted, bro. Okay. Would you have taken 100 grand, bro? Was it worth it? Do you think 100,000 that you didn't even get 100,000, you wound up with 30, okay? Had to hold a secret all these years, bro, for $30,000, which at the time was a lot of money. He said he bought him a used car, probably did a couple of little things and whatnot, forgot all about it. Next thing you know, the government is in on your ass, okay? They have to, make it easy for you to come in and testify, and now your name is nationally known, and now you're known as somebody who took a bribe and all of that shit. So my question again to you guys is this: would you have done it? All right. Would you have taken that bribe? All right. Understand it. 3 people. Your supervisor got the lion's share of the money. He got half the money. You got 50 left. You had to get it. You had to sign an NDA stating that if it comes out, Puppy could sue you for $1 million. All that stupid stuff. And then you had to break your boy off 20,000 to keep him quiet. You take 30. Your boss walks away with 50. Was it worth it? Now you're in court. Put a 1 in the chat if you would have did it. Put a 2 in the chat if you wouldn't have done it. Now, I mean at that time, not now, knowing what you know now. I mean at that time, would you have done it? I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you right now what I would have did, dog. I would not have done it. Okay, let me tell you why. Okay, let me tell you why. Understand, 30 bands from somebody who is making minimum wage here in LA, man, 30,000. He got him a car. He was able to do some shit. That's some money you could do something with, dog. It's not the matter of of what he could have did with it. It was what you wouldn't be able to do with it. The biggest mistake for me, for why I wouldn't have did it, was exactly how he had to do it. Number one, I gotta go to my boss and and tell him, yo man, tell him the whole caper without even knowing if it was gonna work. Okay? If the boss who should have did what he was supposed to do, which was report the shit, you would have been all screwed up in the first place. You were definitely gonna lose your job. You definitely were gonna be blackballed out of the business. If the boss would have did what he was supposed to do and said, nah, man, we're not doing this, because I know that if he's the head of security at the Intercontinental Hotel, he makes more than $50,000 a year. He makes more than $50,000 a year. Okay, I guarantee you, he's probably making 80 to maybe 100, somewhere like that. He's making over 50, guaranteed, with overtime and all of that. That's number one. Okay, he's taking half the money, and you're brokering the whole deal. Okay, but you needed that money though. You needed that paper. Okay, so then you got to go in and sign. You got to sign. That's the main reason. You signing an NDA to get 100 bands to give 50 to your boss and 20 to the homie, and you walk away with 30 is the reason why I wouldn't have did this shit in the first place. Number one, it's not enough money, bro. Only 100? Diddy, you kicked Cassie up and down that damn corridor like you was a soccer player, like you were Odell, like not Odell Beckham, but David Beckham. Man, you gotta give up more than 100 G's, dog. Are you crazy, bro? There's no way I'm taking 30,000, signing my life away, having something in documentation. When you sign an NDA, I've signed them before, man, here in LA, man, for a lot of different reasons. Okay. You sign an NDA, man, if you're showing somebody your project, if you're showing some, I got an idea, here's a script idea. We want to make sure that you don't run off with our script idea. Sign this NDA. Man, you sign those things like you're signing your name, a check or some shit. I mean, people in the industry, we sign NDAs all the time. It doesn't really mean anything, okay? It's just something that you do just to be able to not have to deal with nobody thinking you're going to do some shit, okay? You gotta sign an NDA saying that if this ever gets released and there's no more copies, you're on the hook for $1 million. Number one, bro, you should have been smart enough to say, man, $100,000 ain't enough money, bro. That ain't enough money to do that shit, dog. I mean, I need some money that's really gonna change something. What it should have been, it should have been like 300. It should have been like 300,000, bro. All right, at least 100 for me. 100 for the homie, 100 for the other homie, dog. Or at least 150. 50 for the homie, 50 for me, 50 for the other homie. Not no 50, 30, 20. Nah. I gotta sign all this stuff, dog? Nah. That's crazy, bro. Plus, you gotta sign an NDA. Now, I'll tell you this. If I was going to take that money, the 100,000, I wouldn't have been signing shit. I wouldn't have been signing nothing, but I understand why Diddy did that, because that's how Diddy intimidated people, allegedly, by having them sign that paperwork. Because the average person isn't gonna come back and say anything if they have their name. What he did was he implicated him on a crime, because that's illegal. It's illegal, bro. Okay, for what was being done. All right, whether it was blackmail or whether it was a payoff, that's pretty much what it was. He didn't really blackmail him. Diddy was the one that accosted him and said, hey, why don't you go ahead, man, and let's see what we could do to work this shit out. After that, they had text messages. Diddy was calling him his angel, and he was in his life for a reason, and sent him a Christmas message and all of that shit. And then he tried to get a job with Diddy, and then Diddy ghosted him. Dude, $30,000, man, ain't enough money. Plus, you did not, the homie did not, and your boss did not. You also did not declare that on your taxes too. So what is that? That's tax evasion. That's federal, bro. You didn't declare that 30 bands, bro. How could you? How could you declare $30,000 that you got without having a reason for declaring it? You didn't declare it, bro. That 30 G's, that's your ass. Okay? That right there, That's tax evasion, bro. You evaded the taxes on that 30,000. You didn't declare that on your taxes, bro. Number two, you signed something on, got paid to cover up an illegal act. You buried the tape. You did all of that. You and all three of you guys. There should have been more. Okay, gotta pay me more for that, dog. Gotta pay me more. Now you're in court 15 years later. He got the paperwork, documentation, all of that shit. That was just dumb. That was dumb in the first place, bro. You gotta know when to pass up on a lick. You gotta know when a lick is not lickable. Pause. That wasn't a lickable lick. Okay, at all, bro. You walked away with 30 bands and then you almost got 30 years, bro. Come on, man. All right, man. They had to give you immunity. If you didn't get immunity, your ass would be grass. And that's the thing about this trial, bro. The government, the reason why they have leverage is because they can exonerate anybody for any crime that you did by just saying we're not gonna prosecute and give you immunity. Get in here and say what you want them to say, bro. I mean, we don't even know if it's true or not. Okay, doesn't have to be true. Am I as a civilian? All right, because this Eddie Garcia dude is a civilian. All these people that are in play are civilians. All the people that testified outside of, well, all of them, you know, Kid Cudi ain't no gangster, okay? Cassie, all of them, they're civilians, bro. They're not in the life. They don't have the code of ethics. They don't have all of that. So it's like, you're not going to put a football number in front of me, okay? You know what the football number is? 14, 21, 28, 7. Now, seven's a touchdown, bro. No, I'm not doing 7 for you. Okay, Diddy, I'm not doing 7 for you at all. I'm not doing 14, 7. I'm not doing 3.5. I'm not doing a 2-point conversion for your ass. Okay, I am definitely going to be singing like Whitney Houston in that courtroom, straight up. Okay, because I'm a civilian. I don't know nothing about no jail. All right. So the government just says, hey, man, y'all don't got to worry about it. Just get in here and say what happened, dog. And then today, one of his former assistants said that Diddy hung her over the balcony on some Suge Knight and Vanilla Ice shit. Okay, but then she also admitted that she was a druggie and she was drugged up, and her and Diddy and Cassie were all drugged up, and she has immunity too. So at the end of the day, man, this whole situation, bro, this whole situation is like all of these people didn't get paid. If you look at everybody that is slinging like a damn bird, like a damn a jaybird, are all people who did not get paid. They didn't even make 100,000, bro. They didn't even make 100 bands at all. All right. The first lady that came in there that was an assistant, Capricorn Clark, who I've heard of here in LA for many years as being the person who, if you wanted any type of connect to be anywhere that had anything popping in the industry, you needed to go through her, dog. Okay, you wanted to go to BET after party. You wanted to go to the Oscars event. You wanted to go to this concert. You wanted anything. You had to know her, bro. And you know what? I didn't know her. That's why I didn't get to go to none of those things, bro. I didn't get to go to none of those events unless, you know, BET after parties, things like that. I was a journalist. I can get in and those kind of things. But any of the parties, the mansion parties, the diddler events, I didn't get a chance to go to none of that shit because I didn't have no connects. All right. I knew people that were there. I knew people that were showing me pictures of the event. You know, hey, this is what they were wearing. And here's a picture with me and this person and that person and the white parties and all of that shit. But shit, I didn't have no connect. So I wasn't there. Okay. And I'm glad I wasn't. But then again, they looked at me and said, he's not going to do shit anyway. All he's going to do is smoke up a cigar, talk to all the broads in there, eat up all the free food, and drink up all the drinks that are on the house. That's all I was going to do anyway. Okay? Straight up. I wasn't doing shit else. They're like, nah, don't invite that nigga. He's not doing anything. But with that being said, back to this $100,000, that ain't enough money, dog, to cover that up. That ain't enough money, bro. They should have held out. I'd have been like, yo, dog, if I'm going to be in trouble, I got to be able to have more money than $30,000, dog. Like, nah, dog, I need more money than that, okay? Straight up, and Diddy would have gave it to him. But Diddy's cheap, all right? Capricorn Clark, she was only getting paid $55,000. She was working an 80 to 100-hour work week, okay? No sleep, nothing. He said, if you work for me, you don't get a life. I am your life. 55 bands, not enough money, man. Yeah, you could call all these shots, but you're only getting paid $50,000, okay? You could have worked a regular job and worked them OT and got that, all right? All these other people that worked for him, he didn't even pay them good, bro. They none of them ate. Nobody ate. None of Diddy's artists ate. Anybody on Bad Boy Records, they didn't eat. Carl Thomas didn't eat. Black Rob, rest in peace, he didn't eat. Biggie, rest in peace, he had to sell his publishing to Puff for $250,000, bro. Diddy didn't. He took the publishing, all of that. Okay. Then you had Craig Mack, rest in peace. There's a lot of rest in pieces with the people that were signed to Bad Boy Records, bro. Total didn't make no money. 112 didn't get no money. Okay. Nobody got no money effing with Diddy. All right, because he was just cheap, and that's why everybody's singing like a jaybird. If you would have paid these people like you supposed to, then they probably, probably would have been better for you. They probably would have been in there and tried to help your ass out. But the bottom line is, bro, $100,000 for 3 people is not enough money, though. It's not enough money, bro. It's not enough money, man, to save Diddy from that, dog. Okay. To save him from that. And then he made you sign an NDA. That was stupid on his behalf. Why do you want to leave a paper trail, bro? It just goes to show you, man. It just goes to show you how when you are in a position where everybody tells you yes, that you just don't even think about the shit you should be thinking about. If I put this dude's name on an NDA stating that he says anything about a tape, that's in paper. And I guarantee you he didn't get a copy of it. He didn't get a copy of the NDA that he signed. He just thinking about $30,000, bro. $30,000 is a good amount of money. Trust me. If you woke up tomorrow and you had $30,000 extra in your bank account, you would notice. You would be like, oh, shit, 30 bags. Damn. But if you're smart, you're going to be like, hey, wait a minute. Hold on, man. Let me call the bank and make sure that somebody didn't put their money in my account, because you know what? You spend that money, you're on the hook for it. All right. So the bottom line is this, man. As a cat who's from around the way, that would be your boy. Would I have done it? And if you would have done it, put a 1 in the chat. If you wouldn't have, put a 2. I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have did it on that run. I would have been like, nah, dog, nah. You got to pay me more money. Now, I probably would have, you paid me some more money. Then we could talk. But nah, man, I got to give the boss $50,000 off the top, leaving me 50, and I got to pay him. See, the boss is the one that should be on the damn stand. It should be the boss's ass. He's the one that left with 50. All he had to do was get the tape. That's all he had to do, and delete the shit. This dude deleted evidence. I don't know who the hell he is. Okay. He deleted the evidence, copied it, and gave it to homie and said, bring back the bag. Nah, man. The Eddie dude was the patsy. The Eddie dude was the punk. He was the one that got punked. He was the one that facilitated the whole deal, set it all up, put his job on the line, did all of that shit. He only walked away with $30,000, bro. And you're on the stand with your name out in public, bro. 15 years later, you're not getting a job nowhere in this city doing anything with security, bro. You better go work with your brother-in-law over there, putting in water heaters or some shit. Your ass is done, dog. You're never working in security again, bro. Never. You're not working in security, cybersecurity. You're not even going to be able to be bouncing at a nightclub around this piece. Your ass is cooked, okay? $30,000, bro. That ain't enough money, man. It really ain't. Once you pay a couple of things, he bought a whip, okay? He bought a little used whip. Okay, cool. After that, what do you got? You don't even got enough money to put no beat in your shit. You don't got no money to put no damn tires or rims on your shit. You don't got no money to do nothing else, bro. You paid cash for it, you better hope nothing happens to it. You don't even got enough car to maintain gas for the year. That nigga got robbed. No. I would have been, nah. Now, we understand from what's being said, Diddy's notorious threats and this, that, and the other. But guess what? I am a civilian, bro. I am not a gang. I do not bang, okay? I do not gang bang, okay? Pause. I got something that's called LAPD, okay? Straight up. Yo, man, don't, hey, LAPD, nigga. Shit, I ain't no gangbanger, bro. I ain't no gangster. Okay, I am a civilian at work trying to make a living, dog. Like I said, I need more money than that, dog. I need somebody that I know. Hey, Diddy, come off the bag, dog. You was out there punching bagging on Cassie, bro. Okay, nah. I need more money than 30 bands, bro. Okay, trust me. At least let it be worth it. At least I could have did something for my mama. So, I mean, come on, man. 250, 500, give me $1 million, bro. Like, come on, dog. You really was kicking the shit out of her, okay? And you got to pay. But like I said before, man, that's what happens when you undervalue yourself, man. Take this as a public service announcement and a cautionary tale. Man, pay like you weigh, dog. You got all the leverage, homie. You got all the leverage. I got the tape. I got the access. I got the whole. I got to go and do all of that. I lose my job. You know what, man? The boss could have been like, all right, man, you out of here, bro. I'm firing your ass. Come on, dog. 30,000, bro. When you work at a security job, man, I've worked security jobs in my life before, bro. You work security, man. You work some overtime, man. You put in some OT. You can hit 30. You can hit 30 and have a job and have health benefits, okay? And have, you know, have a occupation so you can get an apartment or some shit. Like, you, man, and this whole situation, man, all these people were not getting paid, bro. Nobody was making no money. You worked all them hours, bro. Capricorn Clark worked all those hours. She said that the payroll said that Diddy owed her $80,000 in overtime, and when he got the paper, he tore it up and told her he wasn't giving her money. Oh, you what? You owe me $80,000 in OT, and you rip it up. Oh, no, that's what it would have been over right then, bro. That's what it would have been over right there. You're not gonna pay me my $80,000, bro. You're not, and you go and you blow money at hotels, and I'm no, nah, nigga. I need my $80,000 in OT, bro. Straight up, okay. But as you can see, he was doing all that stuff to women, bro. He was doing all that stuff. All his assistants were ladies, so I do understand. But if it would have been a man would have been like, nah, man, you crazy as hell. There's no way that I'm taking a $80,000 loss, dog, when you are damn near a billionaire. Give a nigga his money. See, that's the problem. That's why Diddy's where he is now, bro. You did all that gangster shit and you didn't pay your people, bro. You should have paid your folks, bro. You got to pay people, man. Huh? And that's what it is, man. There's no way on God's green earth, bro. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys again. If you were in that man's position, you're making $10.50 an hour, bro. It's 15 years ago, 2011. You know, one of the most powerful men in the entertainment business is telling you, man, get the tape. I'll give you 100 bands. Will you do it? Now, understand that 100 grand ain't going to you. You got to implicate yourself to your boss and the homie. Well, the other homie was there. He knew what it was, but you had to go to your boss and get him to commit to that. What if your boss would have said, nah, we ain't doing it? Then you would have been out. Then you would have been known to take bribes. Like, there's a lot of risk, bro. I wouldn't did it, dog. Straight up, man. Nah, man. TMZ would have paid a nigga more than that. Harvey Levin and them would have paid me more than. I got to get paid, bro. Hey, I'm on my shift. You're beating up ladies, bro. You know, you're kicking them. You're kicking them in a row. Okay, your ass didn't even. I was like looking at the video, and I'm like, damn, Diddy, when are you gonna put on some sweats, bro? You're walking around with a towel all like that, bro. You're walking around with a towel the whole time, dog. She goes, you chase after her in the robe. You do what you do. She goes back to the room, dog. Security comes out. You got the towel wrapped around you and shit. You walk back out again. You talk to him. You come back. You come back down the aisle again 4 or 5 times, dog. When do you put on some drawers, dog? Okay. When do you put on some sweatpants? When do you put on something? Come on, bro. Come on, man. The freak off is over, bro. Freak off's been over. You ain't gonna put no clothes on, dog? Come on, man. Come on, dog. I'm just saying. All right, but no, $30,000 ain't enough money. 30,000 ain't enough money for your boy, man. Nah, I need something that's gonna change my life. Even if I have to do some time, I know my mama's mortgage is paid for. I know that some things is being taken care of, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dog. 30 bands, bro. I got to do all of that. Then I got to sign an NDA and all that type of shit. I got to put down my social security number. Y'all don't understand, bro. You think an NDA is just you signing it and that's it, your signature. Nah, dude, you got to put down a social. You got to put down a driver's license number, some sort of an identification, bro. When you trust me, I sign a lot of them, dog. Okay, it's been a minute since I've signed one, but when you what they call the right for a first look here in Hollywood. If you are okay, let's just look at it like this. Let's just say that you're Samuel L. Jackson and somebody has a script. Let's just say somebody big. It wouldn't be no small time person. Let's just say George Lucas. Okay, when George Lucas was talking to him about doing being in Star Wars and shit, and got a chance to look at the script, and here's a first look. You need to sign an NDA. In other words, you ain't just gonna run off and start telling everybody, oh man, the movie's about this and that, and whoop whoop whoop, and go somewhere else and do the movie. We need to be able to know. So guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna show identification. It's gonna have it all on there on the line. If this comes out, this amount of fine, $50,000 or $100,000 or $5 million or whatever it is, all the terms. Nobody better not find out about this. If we find this out of your ass, sign here. Driver's license, social, SAG card number. I'm a SAG member. Something, dog. You gotta have ID, bro. You can't just write David Johansson on your shit. Nah, dog, we need to know it's really you. Okay? You did all of that and let Diddy walk off with some paperwork? You crazy as hell, dog. You got to pay me more than that. Huh? Yeah, man, it's been 2 weeks since I've been able to smoke a cigar, bro. Okay? I said when I'm not sick anymore, I'll smoke one. And I'm not sick. So, okay? So that's what it is, man. I just think, man, Diddy would have did himself probably a better service if he just paid people, bro. I mean, if you pay people and people feel like they really part, man, they probably would have went to bat for you a little bit more, dog. I mean, but man, you're so used to giving people kibbles and bits, bro. Like you got to understand, man. You don't eat a T-bone steak in front of a starving person, bro. Like you don't do that and shit. What you need to do is be like, okay, you're not gonna eat what I'm eating, man, but here's some baked chicken or something, dog. Sit down, man. Here's some sides. You gotta at least give a nigga some sides, bro. Mashed potatoes, hey, garlic mash. You know what I'm saying? Some of them pointy ass asparagus tips, something, dog. Okay, give them a slit smoked liquor bull to drink, something, dog. Bring them a Popeye's chicken plate. You gotta do something, bro. You don't get to walk around here, dog, and take advantage of everybody, bro. Like that shit's gonna come back to haunt you, bro. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening, bro. A lot of this stuff, dog. They had to grant immunity to all these people. None of these people, no matter what happened, whether or not somebody passed away, somebody did some drugs, somebody did something to some kids, whatever they did, they don't have to pay for it. They don't have to go to jail. They don't have to risk their freedom. Nothing. Okay? But this dude's reputation, his face is all over everywhere. Okay? The drawings and your name. Me, I would have used the alias or some shit. I'd have been like, hey man, my name is Mongo Slade and shit. Okay, MS Matthew Shagman, Mongo Slade. I would have changed my name. My name Mongo Slade. Put me on one of them voice changers. Hell, I don't want nobody to know it's me. Don't put me. I don't want no drawings of my shit. None of that. Okay, makes no sense to take $30,000 when you're making $30,000. Come on, bro. You're making $30,000, bro. That's just like you working a part-time job that you didn't have to work. That don't make no money, man. Nah, dog. Should have held out a little bit longer than that. Like, nah, you got to pay a nigga. I'm definitely not taking it. So my answer is a big ass 2. I don't care how you draw it. You could do it in Roman numerals. I don't give a shit. I'm not taking 30 bands on $100,000 lick when I have to sign all the paperwork, give up my social, my address. You know Diddy had his address. You know damn well. If Diddy had, allegedly, if he had Kid Cudi's address to go over there and put a Molotov cocktail and cut the roof of his Porsche out, you know he knew your address, bro. He knew your apartment number. He knew your project. This cat knew your damn your license plate number. That nigga knew everything, bro. $30,000. You made it too easy, big dog. You made it too easy. You have to pay like you weigh, dog. I got to get some money. Now, if something gonna happen, then you know what? That's when you have to have that tape. That's when you have to have that tape where you need to have it at. Your biggest mistake, Eddie Garcia, was the fact that you didn't have the tape. Okay? You should have found a way to get in your boss's shit, get the tape, make several copies of the shit. Come on, man. We've seen this in every espionage or spy movie that you've ever seen, ever. If something happens to me or anybody in my family, this stuff is going to be sent out to all the news outlets. Come on, man, you got to have a plan B. Crazy as hell, bro. Ain't no way. 30,000, man, he could have got offed me for 30. Man, here in LA, man, you can off somebody bad for $500, bro, and some hot wings, bro, and you out of here. Come on, dog. Okay, a free weed dispensary card will make people off your ass here in LA. 30,000, shit, all day. Come on, man, that ain't good enough. Nah, man, I would have definitely got copies of that tape and had that tapes everywhere. Okay, I would have sent it to my mama, my grandmama, my baby mama, my homeboy, all that shit. Anything happened to me, whether a car accident, a random whatever, I started grasping my chest and shit, heart attack. It was the diddler, okay, aka Puff Daddy, aka Sean Copes. That's what I would have said. Send that shit to the LA Times, send that shit to USA Today, send that shit to TMZ, send it everywhere. Crazy as hell, bro. $30,000? Nah, man. Not Shaq. Now, I'll tell you this. Shit. I'll be like, hey, Diddy, shit. I need a record deal or something, dog. Okay, I need a record deal. I need a movie deal. I would have been thinking big. I would have been thinking big. Like I said, man, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. I'd be like, hey, man, you know what, man? Shoot, man. I would have went to my cousin, Clarence. Hey, Clarence, hey, dog, you still got that script, dog? Yeah, dog, I have to write that. Hey, man, get this script. I'd be like, hey, Diddy, hey, nigga, hey, here's this script, dog. We gonna make this movie, dog. Okay, it's called Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday? Yeah, it's like Friday, but it's on a Wednesday. You crazy as hell. Ain't no way in God's green earth I would have did that shit. I'd have been definitely thinking about some shit, okay? I'd have been like asking my niece, do you still want to rap? Do you still want to rap? Yes, okay? We know you can't rap, but you don't got to rap nowadays to make no money. Okay, nobody, you know, there's very few rappers that actually can put together a damn verse. All of them suck. 99% of them, okay? Of course, we know the people on the top. We don't have to talk about them. But all these other songs, these people can't rap. They can't sing. They can't produce. They can't do shit, okay? But guess what? I would have been like, hey, Diddy, I need a production deal. Like, you people ain't thinking big enough. You just beat the shit out of Cassie, bro. You got to cut. Nah, I need a deal. Set a nigga up with a damn office. I need some cameras, bro. I need some equipment. I need something, dog. Ain't no way in the hell. 30,000, bro. I gotta go to work. $30,000, I gotta go to work. Hell no. Y'all crazy as shit. I'm not going back to work the next day. You crazy as hell, dog. That definitely is not cool. All right. So let's recap for those of you guys that might be coming in late. What was being in court? Eddie Garcia, who was the security at the Intercontinental Hotel. Do yourself a favor, man. A lot of y'all ain't from LA. Go on this thing that's called Google. Okay. Go to Google, put in Intercontinental Hotel, Century City. There's two of them. There's one downtown that's like 50-something stories, like 56 stories. That wasn't built at that time. The one in Century City is the one that Clinton stayed in, Obama stayed in, the Bushes stayed in, presidents. Look at that one, dog. And you tell me if I'm in here working in security and you tell me $30,000 is enough money, bro, when I work there. Go look at that hotel, dog. Okay? Now, I need a deal, Diddy. I need a deal. Pimp my ride or something, man. I need my old MTV show, dog. I need something. You crazy as hell. I need a reality show. Nah. You got to pay me something that's gonna pay me forever, okay? Straight up. And that was stupid. Okay? Mm, 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 mm. So that's what's up, man. I just wanted to see what y'all thought. I'm not here to read all that shit. I'm just trying to get it down to brass tacks. Every one of us have been in a situation that we could have used some money at that time, dog. I don't care what it is that your family has. Doesn't matter if your mama got money or your grandmama got money. I got plenty of friends, bro, who when I was in college, their families were rich as hell and they was broke. I mean, plenty of them, dog, because they were like, if you don't go to the school that I want you to go to, if you aren't in the major that I want you to be in, if you're not doing and following in, all of us went to Stanford and now you want to go to Berkeley. No, we're not giving you anything. I've seen that too. Like, damn, just go to damn Stanford, stupid. You're over here trying to ask me, do I have anything in the pantry? Okay, in my apartment. All right. All I had was Captain Crunch. Every Captain Crunch you had. Regular Captain Crunch. I had the peanut butter cereal Captain Crunch, and I had the Crunch Berries. And that's it. And some milk. And a bowl. That's what I had in my apartment. Okay. But your ass, your family is worth $12 million. Your ass need to go to a better school. Simple as that. So with that being said, bro, that $30,000 that you got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago, that shit gone. But if you would have got yourself a movie deal, you would have got yourself a television show, you would have got yourself a rap album, you would have got yourself something, your ass could probably still be eating. But that's the difference between being played and playing somebody else. Okay? Straight up. All right, let me read you guys' comments, man. I'm just here so I don't get fined, bro. I'm just so happy that I'm finally smoking a cigar after 2 weeks. I'm telling you, man, chest colds, man. You don't play with those. All right? I'm like, hey, man, I could go out here and try to do something, but why do that? Okay, now, man, I'm just going to sit in the house, eat and drink whatever I want, and when it's time to smoke, I'm going to smoke a very nice one. You don't understand. All right. So let me read what's going on. All right. What's going on with you guys, man? Make sure you guys are subbing the channel. Make sure you guys are watching all the videos, okay? Make sure you guys are commenting on all the videos. I need comments. I need to talk to people. Do you understand? I've been sick for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and all I could do is lay in the bed and wait to talk to somebody on the damn thing. Y'all ain't talking. We gotta increase this shit, okay? But I feel wonderful right now. I'm at 100% back. All right, Carlos Sanchez was going on low. Was hey man, I'm out here chilling, bro. I'm just trying to understand, man. Is $30,000 worth all of this shit, bro? It ain't, bro. I need some money, dog. I mean, shit. If I could go home to my house, I mean, shit, $300,000, get me a crib or something. I'd be like, hey, Diddy, hey man, I got some houses here, man. Get me a condo, something. Man, hell nah. You crazy as hell. E-Trip was going on. Ricky Taylor's had their big dog was happening. Felix, hey man, what's happening? What's going on with you guys, man? Sarah said, hey Shaq, everyone online, you got that right about the 100,000. Come on, man. If I'm not walking away with 6 figures, man, call me when you stop playing. Like he said that he talked to that girl a couple of times. I'd be like, man, get Diddy on the phone. Tell Diddy I need at least 100. I need 6 figures, bro. I need 100,000. In other words, if I'm making 30 a year, working overtime, I need like 3 years of pay. The hell you talking about? 30,000, I get a damn a used Yugo? You crazy as hell, dog. No. I can't even buy an old school for 30,000. You crazy as hell, dog. Yeah, I got all of that. You gotta pay me, man. Okay. Sharif, man, wow, 100,000 really said 50. I'm here in New York. They're about to pull up at the court next week. Here's what it is, bro. And you definitely need to do that, dog, and get back to us about it, man. We could be the correspondent with that shit. Here's what's up. The 50,000 went to the boss. The dude who's at the computer who got access to the files is the one that got the lick because he didn't have to do shit. All he had to, I gotta talk to you. Hey, Jeff. You know Jeff's an asshole. You know Jeff's an asshole. You gotta go talk to Jeff to get 30? Nah, man, I ain't worth it, dog. I'd be like, hey, Diddy, man, I can't do it, man. I got to go talk to Jeff and shit. Jeff's an asshole, dog. Jeff already tried to fire a nigga already, dog. Jeff was mad that you know, that Chloe in HR like a nigga, and he tried to, you know, try to assault. Now, if y'all really had jobs where you had haters, you understand you could just be talking to a girl and he give you a fucked up shit. You know that. Okay, come on, man. Let's just keep it buck, man. A lot of us is from real places. Okay, the internet's not a real place, but there's real people on the internet like me. Okay, I'm telling you straight up. I've been hated on a lot of jobs. All right, until I became the boss. Now, with that being said, man, I mean, like, I gotta go talk to Jeff punk ass, bro. Okay, and try to get Jeff to get the videotape and understand and tell Jeff that Jeff said 50. Jeff got it right. Jeff like, hey man, give me 50 bands. I ain't signing shit. I give you the videotape. You bring the bag back, and then we can talk. If you don't bring the bag back, I'm telling on everybody. It's that simple. And Diddy was the one. Diddy didn't even trust his people to give him the 100,000. He took the money out, put it in a counter, a money counter. He did all of that for effect, bro. So the dude could see the money. His eyes is all lit up and shit. Come on, dog. Nah. I got to give you 50. There's 50 left. And then our little homie's like, what about me? You got to pay me too. To be honest, man, the Eddie dude got everybody paid. And he had to take the most risk. The little homie didn't have to sign shit. He's responsible for his 20. Jeff over there at the damn security offices and shit, you had to give him 50. He didn't have to sign shit. That's 70,000. No, I need 100 bands for myself. You crazy as hell. I ain't doing it. All right, Yusuf, what's going on? Brother Trizzle. Going on, Brother Tripe. Okay, what's going on, Bill? Hey, Bill, finally get to smoke a cigar, Bill. I told you, bro, I'm going to wait till I'm feeling better, man. 2 weeks, it's on and popping now. All right, I feel great. All right, no coughing, none of that shit. Sarah said it's crazy how he allegedly hung the female from the 17th floor. Pics of her injuries are crazy. Yeah, man, but if you look at all the injuries, it's consistent. Okay, I seen her injuries. The young lady who said she got hung over, bro. That sounds like some the 5 heartbeats. Remember the 5 heartbeats where they hung his ass over the damn thing? And then I heard that Suge did the same thing to Vanilla Ice back in the days. Hung him over the Capitol Records building. I've been inside of there before, man. That shit is hot. All right. So if you look at all Cassie's injuries, they're all consistent with that kind of abuse, bro. Okay, I'm telling you. All right, there's nothing worse than hitting a female. First of all, hitting a female, period, and second of all, hitting her in her face. Like, that's stupid. That's just dumb, dog. Like, you should hit no female anyway, because you're not gonna win that one. All right, but if you're gonna do something, you don't hit her in the face. What the hell wrong with you? You're stupid. You deserve what's going to happen to you, bro. Okay? And like I said, who's going to provide that lifestyle? Who's going to provide those opportunities? Who's going to provide that clout? Who's going to provide that level of fame, that level of everybody envious of you? Like, you're with the it people. A little ass whooping, if that's what it takes, you're going to take that ass whooping. I'm telling you, somebody who knows people who were in that whole shit that I still talk to and do all of that, who were in the midst, who were able to be in a sanctum, able to be at these places and do all of that. They would make you feel like you wasn't shit if you weren't there. Okay? I could be everywhere else, bro. I did movie soundtracks. I did all kinds of shit. Okay? Remixes, big labels, all of that shit. But guess what? I was never invited to none of that little shindig shit. I was never invited to none of that, dog. I could be everywhere else, okay? I could be at the concert. I could be backstage, not because of that. But when it came time to, hey, man, we got to go here, or you come back to the studio the next day, Sarah, and find out that everybody was at this party, you didn't know nothing about it. My ass is at Fat Burger, 2 o'clock in the morning to get me a burger, and they're over there turning up. Like, didn't they tell me the next day? I'm like, I just got used to it. I'm like, well, shit, obviously, I ain't in the loop. They make you feel like you wasn't nothing. But now, I know why. I'm glad I wasn't there, dog. I don't have to worry about anything. Ain't nobody knocking on my door. Hey, Mr. Shaq, it's the DEA, FBI, CIA, okay, ICE, okay, whoever else. They're not over here, all right? But I heard a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit. I heard a lot of shit, but I wasn't there. It's just rumor. As far as I'm concerned, hey, I believe you. I know you. I know you. I know her. I know y'all. I know how y'all roll. I trust y'all, blah, blah, blah. But I wasn't there, dog. I can't corroborate you guys' stories. Okay. Oh, I could be like, damn, oh, damn, what? Oh, shit, who? Where? You saw, man, oh, damn, whoo, man, shit. Don't tell nobody. Don't, man, you didn't hear it from me. Man, who am I going to tell? Who am I going to tell? I used to tell them all the time, who the hell am I going to tell, bro? I'm going to be telling some average people, bro, people who ain't going to believe it anyway. Am I the nigga that's got every Ciroc bottle that's ever been made? I'm gonna tell him about some shit. What's he gonna do? He gonna be like, "Oh man, they're just trying to hate on my boy Puff, bro." But man, you don't listen. I mean, I'm the safest person to tell. Okay, shit, who am I gonna tell? Ain't nobody gonna believe your story anyway. Oh, sounds like bullshit to me. Why would Diddy? Why would he do that? Why? You know how many times I heard that kind of stuff, though? Well, it don't sound right, man. Hey, but why would he do that, man? He got all that money. Okay. Okay, y'all got it. All right. Like I said, dog, I used to hear shit all the time. Okay, about a lot of people. Not just a lot of people, bro. Okay, a lot, all the time. All right, but don't mean shit. If you wasn't there, don't matter. All right, 250,000 minimum. I mean, come on, dog. Give me some money. You got to give me some money, dog. Are you crazy? 30,000? No. I'll be like, hey, man, call me when y'all serious, bro. Call me when you're serious. And if any of you guys are talking about, well, maybe he would have been threatened, the only person that can get the tape was the Eddie Garcia dude. He was the only person. Diddy needed him, dog. He needed him to go to the guy who had the stuff. He needed him. And he should have realized that. He should have been like, you know what, dog? He needs me, man, because he doesn't know where the footage is at. He don't even know who to ask. He doesn't even know about how to go about getting it. Because if you think Diddy didn't try to get it himself, he did. He did. This is a dude that pays people $50,000 to work 100-hour work weeks. This is a guy who owed Capricorn Clark $80,000 in overtime and ripped up the damn invoice and didn't pay her. Like, come on, bro. Really? I'd have been like, you need me, dog, because I know where it is. Anything happened to me, that tape's everywhere. I would have definitely got a copy of that tape. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if there is copies, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, yeah, I signed the NDA stating if anything's other, you're gonna sue me for $1 million. But like my daddy always said, you can't get blood out of a turnip, bro. If I don't got it, I ain't got it. Ain't that what you guys say? Ain't that what you guys say when the bill collectors call y'all? Hey, man, I ain't got it. When I get it, I'll let you know. Shit, for your hell. Wouldn't have been me. All right. What's going on, Bill Holloway, Ricky Taylor? 2, Diddy needs to go to jail. Hey, man, I tell you this right now, dog. We got to understand that the prosecution is still on trial right now. The defense have not taken over. Wait till the defense, they be like, the prosecution rests. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the prosecution to rest. When they say, okay, Your Honor, the prosecution rests. Defense, you're up. That's what I'm waiting to hear, because I think a whole bunch of people about to get their doors blown off. Okay? I really do. I really think there's going to be a lot of celebrities that they're going to have their shit out there. It's going to be bad. I just really think. Bill said, what stick? Oh, man, you know, the house blend. Okay? Nice and marinated. All right? Booty bang, what's going on? He was getting your bread. Hey, man, shit, I bet it wasn't 30,000. I bet it wasn't 30 G's. Okay? Sarah says, I think the manager had the 2 security officers needing the money, and they thought it was a lot of money at that time. But for me, hell no. It was a lot of money at that time. But you got to understand leverage. You got to still have to know how to negotiate. You still got to know how to make sure you're getting what you're supposed to get. Okay? Still got to know that. All right? And you got to look at it logically. What's 30,000 going to do? I got all this leverage, man. This is probably the best lick I'm ever going to get in my life. This is probably the biggest windfall I'm ever going to get in my life, man. I'm going to go get me a used F-150 truck, bro, with 30,000 and be able to take my girl out to eat. I can't even take my girl on a vacation nowhere, bro. Like, shit, what we going to do? We're going to go to Long Beach, go down to the, go down to the pier down there, dog. Joe's Crab Shack, man. Hey, all you want, baby. All the crab legs you can eat. Like, come on, man. You got to pay a nigga, dog. You crazy as hell. I ain't doing that shit. I need more money. Give me 100 bands, bro. For me to know how it feels to have 100,000 rolling through my fingers for once. You crazy as hell. 30,000 ain't gonna get it done. I make 30,000. That ain't no money. The supervisor got it right. All right. What's going on? Booty Bang said he needs to go to jail. Jimmy Irishman, man, said one love from Ireland. What's going on, man? Where are you at? Dublin? Okay, they flying over, man. I think that's the news. It's probably the news. Where you at in Dublin? Okay, where you at? Okay, out there in Ireland. That's on the bucket list. I need to go out there. Okay. Yeah, I still wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Honest money goes further. Yeah, man. Short money. It's called short money. Okay, that's in street money. It's called short money. All right, you go for the short lick instead of going for the big caper. Okay, instead of robbing the liquor store, you should have tried to figure out how you was going to be able to try to get into that vault. I mean, you're gonna do something that you could when you one and done. Okay, I mean, damn, you over there stealing ladies' purses, bro. You taking a lot of risks. Okay, especially with all these cameras. All right, so I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't want to be sitting by Big Birthday in the big house. Oh yeah, you already know that. But luckily for them, they really want to stick the screws to Diddy real hard. And they said, you know what? We're going to grant you immunity. You didn't even get paid. You didn't even get paid for immunity. They're just saying, we're not going to put your ass in prison. That was your payoff, dog. That was your payoff. Your payoff was a F-150 truck that you no longer have. No investments. No stock. I'd have been super smart. I'd have been like, hey, Diddy, I need some stock, bro. I need for you to buy me some Tesla stock. I need a stock portfolio, my dog. Hook a nigga up with a stock portfolio. Hook me up with some money. Hook me up with some property. And I need a production deal, dog. Okay? Any idea that I come up with, all right? If I want to come up with a television show of me just cracking crabs on the beach, I need a damn camera crew and a network. You got the whole Revolt network? Nah, man, I would have had me a couple of shows, bro. Man, you crazy as hell, dog. Hey, man, put me in a movie. I need to be in one of these movies, bro. Okay? I could play the security guard in one of the movies and shit. Nah, man. I mean, come on, man. You got to think bigger. All right. Irish Jimmy said the reason why I wouldn't take the money is the guilt knowing that he would beat a woman I think I'd had in my head and covered up my sister's money and justify cover up. Yeah, man, that's called you have morals. All right. You have morals. All right. Hey, babe, can you cut on the light, please? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you have morals, bro. So I'm just saying. But if your ass would have been, hey, things would have really been bad. You about to get evicted. Shit is about to happen. Okay. All right. You needed to pay for an operation. Okay. You might have thought differently. Huh? Bill Holloway says, I wonder what's going to happen once some politicians get called to testify. They're going to get immunity. I mean, I wouldn't be testifying unless I got immunity, bro. I mean, at this point, I'm never making no money, bro. Like, that $30,000 was 15 years ago, bro. Okay, 14 years ago, 2011, 2025. You think he still got that 30,000? You think that guy took the 30,000 and invested it in some commodities, bro? You think he put it in the S&P 500? That nigga didn't do that shit. That nigga bought him a S-150, F-150, and that was it, bro. Okay, that had a leak, that had a damn oil leak. That's what he did. Straight up. Not me. I need more money. Sarah says, I think he thought that the NDA protected them, but it doesn't. The judge in the academy ordered you to testify. He did get immunity. So what's that? He's talking. Well, the immunity is, hey, dog, we got you dead to rights, man. Not only are you broke, not only are you done in the security industry, you're going to jail. It's like, well, shit, I can get a job. Shit, landscape, I could do. I mean, there's a lot of shit a nigga could do. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Hey, okay. Best Buy. Hey, Eddie, what's going on? Eddie, can you tell me where the flat screen TVs are? Yeah, man, if you go down to the end of the store and in the back, shit. But you don't want to be braiding hair. You don't want to be braiding hair in there, dog. Setting appointments in the jail cell and you're braiding everybody's hair and shit. Okay, you don't want to do that. Okay? You ain't built for that. All right, because if you were built for that, you would have known 30,000 wasn't enough money. Booty Bang says you got to have a backup plan. Okay, it was had, and Bill said, and a backup plan, and a backup plan, and a backup plan for that too. Come on, dog. This man is a billionaire, bro. That's all you asked for. All he told, and based on what was said, Diddy said, "I'll give you 100,000." That's just basic negotiation. That's just a starting point. I'd have been like, all right, man. Well, what about $1 million? Oh man, we ain't gonna give $1 million, man. I'll give you 120. What about 980? What the hell are you talking about? I need some money, nigga. You crazy? Come on. All right. Go big or go home. Woody Bang said that fish quote was on point. In the Bible, bro. That's got the best quotes of all. Okay. Diddy should have offered at least $500 billion. He didn't have it. Okay. Diddy's going to join R. Kelly in prison. They're not going to be in the same place. Okay. R. Kelly's doing state time, and Diddy going to be doing Fed time. They're not even going to be in the same location. I'd rather be R. Kelly. R. Kelly could get conjugal visits. You know, R. Kelly had a baby while he's been in prison. You know that, right? R. Kelly had a baby. That girl that he had, they had a baby. That means he was able to get him some skins. He was able to get some buns in there. Diddy's not getting any buns, okay? He's not getting no hot dog buns, hamburger buns. He's not even getting no rolls. He's getting nothing, okay? I'm telling you, if he goes in there, has to be enough to disappear. Yes. Lawrence Tolbert said, great topic, Shaq. We have a lot of dumbass people in the world. You have people who are, I ain't going to say he's dumb. What I'm going to say is that he was ill-informed, bro. Like, he didn't understand leverage. A lot of people don't understand leverage, okay? A lot of you guys have leverage that you don't even know you have, huh? And if you do have leverage, you're not using it. Everybody has some leverage, dog. It's like you got to know how to use the leverage you have, okay? Yeah, you want to get a raise. They ain't giving you no raise. You know damn well you should be the manager. You know damn well you know more than everybody in there. You're the person who should be in charge. They don't want to give you in charge. Guess what? You're telling yourself, oh, man, they won't give me a chance. Oh, man, you don't understand that you have leverage. Your leverage is you know how to do everything in there. So you know what you do? You go somewhere else and go apply for other jobs, other places, get you a better job, come back to your other job and tell them I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice. I'm out of here. That's leverage. My knowledge is good over here. They're going to make me manager. They're going to give me a raise. They're going to do all the shit that you guys didn't do. But you don't do that because you're too lazy to do that shit. You don't want to bet on yourself. Okay? This dude did not bet on himself. He took whatever was offered to him. All right? And that's the problem. Okay? I would have been like, Diddy, keep the 30,000. Hook me up with a production deal, dog. A right for first refusal. Get me in the game. Okay? Get me in the game. Straight up. I don't have to be talented. I can go and find talent. I can go in the hood and find somebody. I can go to any church and find somebody that can sing. I can go to any place in the neighborhood and find somebody that can do something. Okay? Somebody got something popping. Okay? And give me money. I can start it. My homie knows how to, is the hood mechanic. Okay, we all had hood mechanics, bro. We needed to get our brake pads changed. Bill, you know this shit. And we needed our rotors. We wasn't taking them over to no damn Midas. We wasn't taking our shit Pep Boys. We was taking our shit to Max's house. Max know how to do all that shit. Max said, give me the brake pads and bring me a 6-pack of beer. I'll do the shit, nigga. And that's what you do. Hey, Max, why don't we go ahead and get yourself a shop or some shit? You ain't even thinking. It's Diddy. It's Diddy, dog. You ain't even thinking, man. You can't make it up. All right, guys, straight up. All right, hey, what's going on? John Bankhead, what's going on, man? Sub the channel, dog. Sub the channel if you haven't already. Okay, yeah, man. Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined, bro. I'm just telling you. I mean, I'm reading all this stuff and I'm looking at all these people, man. And you know what they all got in common? Besides, they got their ass kicked. They didn't get paid. Every one of them did not get paid. Every one of them. Even Cassie, you're telling yourself, well, Cassie was living the life. Cassie didn't have no money. Don't you know what pimping is? Pimping means when you with me, you got all your needs met. You got everything. You got a place to live. You got a car to drive. You got food to eat. Whatever you want, baby. Go ahead and charge it on the charge card or go to the expense account. You don't got no money. You don't have a penny to your name. Everything you do goes through me. Yeah, you got all this shit, but it ain't in your name, dog. I got everything in my mama name. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. You don't own nothing. She didn't have her own house. She didn't have her own car. She didn't have her own wardrobe. She didn't have her own jewelry. She didn't have shit. And when Diddy told her, you better tell your mama to give me $20,000 or I'm going to put out this sex tape, her mother and her father had to go get loans to pay a $20,000 threat. She didn't even have the money to give her mama back. Diddy just reversed the charges a couple of days later. Come on, man. She didn't even have 20 grand. Come on, dog. It's like being in a record deal, man, and you don't own that. Okay? Huh? Okay. Booty Bang said not Jeff. You know Jeff is Jeff. Okay. Jeff Reynolds. That's his name, Booty Bang. That's the security manager. He has a name like that. Jeff Reynolds. You don't know shit in here. Okay. Trust me. I know your logins. I know damn well you're on OnlyFans. The whole shift. Okay. You're just in there, man, on OnlyFans, bro. That's it. Okay. Come on. Jeff Reynolds. Head of security, Intercontinental Hotel. Come on, bro. Got a business card and all that shit. Trying to give it to all the hoes that come in. Let me know if you need anything. Shit. Hey, Eddie, make sure that everything's cool. Man, shut your ass up, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. You're leaving in 10 minutes, all right? You ain't did nothing all day. Okay, you've been in your office all day doing nothing. Okay, straight up. Jimmy said, I'm sure Vanilla Ice singers laughing at Diddy and Karma. Hey, well, I don't know about laughing, man. I mean, getting hung over a damn balcony, man, that's traumatic, man. I don't think him laughing now is really helping. I think what he wants to do is make sure nobody says his name. A lot of people here in Hollywood are like, hope he don't call me now. I don't say my name. They ain't saying shit. They don't even want to say, oh yeah, I remember that time. They don't remember that time my ass. Okay, straight up. A gentleman would never ever put his hands on a woman. Hey man, I tell you this shit right now, dog. I bet you put her hands on a woman if she had the right weaponry on your ass. I think you put your hands on her if she had you had a knife to your neck, dog. She had that was poking your ass, sticking you with the damn ice pick. I don't think that your ass would be a gentleman. I think your ass would at least grab her wrist or some shit, which is putting hands. I'm just trying to tell you, dog. Hey, I'm just being honest. Okay, if your life is in jeopardy, you may have to take that shame. Okay, I mean, is it better to be stabbed up or better to not be stabbed up? I'm just telling you, dog. Okay, I know a lot of women who definitely beat a lot of guys' asses in my hood. Ain't that right, Sarah? We know women who had man paw skills. Okay, they bing your ass up. I seen plenty of women beating up dudes. Trust me, get their asses shellacked. You might want to just kick her off of you and run or some shit. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. All right, you better do something. Shouldn't be in those positions in the first place. Album coming out soon, within the next few months. Okay, Patrice, what's going on, Patrice? Had it. And new album's tight. I'm telling you that shit right now. Y'all better make sure y'all support it when it comes out. Okay. All right, dog, straight up. All right. You know what it is? Teacher Coach Calibrator did looking old as hell. His guilty conscience is getting to him. Now, I don't think he's got a guilty conscience, man. I think he thinks he's going to get away with it. I really do. Huh? You got to remember, man, if you remember back in 1999 when he was on trial, the Shine trial, when they had the gun charge that happened when Johnny Cochran came in, I think Diddy he really thinks that he's going to get off, bro. I really think he thinks that. And especially if DTZ, a.k.a. Donald Trump, if he comes in and he pardons him, don't let him be back. I'm telling you right now, man, you see Diddy kidnapped, man, he starts walking out. Walking out the courtroom and shit. Man, I'm trying to tell you, dog, okay? Coming, out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know I'm coming out of jail. Tell you, man, don't let Diddy get off, dog. Diddy get off, I'm gonna be in here rolling. I'm gonna be rolling, bro. Okay, but he's not gonna get out them state charges. I'll tell you that now. If he beats this, he's not getting out them state charges. They're gonna definitely file state charges on his ass. He's got 3 states he got to worry about. He got to worry about Florida, he got to worry about Cali, and he got to worry about New York. He gonna do some time on state, but that's better than doing Fed time. I'll tell you that now. Ms. Patrice said Diddy's a monster. His defense says top notch. Can't erase him hurting Cassie like that though. Yeah, man. I mean, but he's not on trial for hurting Cassie. That's the part. That's the part that's really what we need to understand about the judicial system, Patrice, is that the government doesn't deal in these kind of domestics. They don't deal in domestics. They deal in RICO, racketeering. Okay, they deal in that. They deal in racketeering. They deal in briberies. They deal in major shit. He'll do more time on a racketeering charge than an assault charge. He'll do way more time. He'll probably do 2 to 5 for assault. He gonna do every charge is 10 years. Like, you start playing with money, that's when your ass gotta go. Okay? That's when you gotta go away for a long time. Okay? You said Diddy aged like 50 years. That's what happens when you don't have to die, bro. You don't have that dye, man. You don't got that hair dye. Okay, straight up. All right. Did he could have hired someone to steal the tape? No, he couldn't have. No, he couldn't because he didn't know where it was. He didn't know where it was. He had no idea where it was, bro. He had no idea where the servers and all that. He needed that Eddie Garcia dude. And Eddie Garcia should have been like, you know what, Diddy, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Without me, man, ain't nothing gonna happen. Okay? You gotta pay me, bro. I gotta get paid. I gotta get paid, dog. I do. Okay. Yeah, R. Kelly had a baby. You didn't know that? Okay. Quote of the day. I just told you, man. Okay. Give a man a fish, eats for a day. Feed a man a fish, feed him for a lifetime. Pimping is never easy. All right. Okay. I saw a little piece of E40. Yes, I did, Patrice. I saw a little bit of it. Okay. Yes, sir. And true. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go. All right, and we did what we needed to do. All right. I'm going to continue to stay out here, smoke my cigar, dog. Like I said, enjoy my time. But yeah, man, you got to understand leverage, bro. Everybody on here has some kind of leverage. Whether or not you use it or not, that's on you. But what you better not do is get less than you deserve. Matthew Shack Unfiltered.